Your iPhone's on-screen keyboard has a lot of useful features that most people don't know about. Not anymore. Stay tuned and I'll explain all the keyboard settings and handy tricks to make your typing experience faster and easier whether you have the iPhone 17 Pro Max or any iPhone with the latest iOS. So here's the iPhone's on-screen keyboard, so let's go straight to the keyboard settings. And to go there, just open Settings, then go to General, scroll down and open Keyboard. Here if you tap on the very first option, you'll be able to add new keyboard, which means a keyboard from a different language. For example, if you want to type German, then you can click on it and choose whether you want to fuse it with a single keyboard or add a separate keyboard to switch between them. I'll just choose add a new keyboard, and now you can choose the layout. Now tap on Done, and there you have it. Now the keyboard is added, and now when you open keyboard, you can switch between these languages by either tapping on the globe button, or you can also long press on it and choose from the list. You can see there's also a one-handed mode, so you can either choose right-handed or left-handed. You can also tap on the arrow to go back to the full size. The second option is text replacement, which nobody uses, but this is a very powerful feature. So how this works is, if I type the shortcut or abbreviation that's on the list, and then press the space button, this will be replaced with the text you see here. And you can also add as many shortcuts as you want. For example, let's type, "I will be back soon," don't forget the exclamation. And now for the shortcuts, I'll just type in IWB, then tap on save, and now let's try it. So this way you can add phrases that you frequently use and make your typing a lot faster. Then we have the one-handed keyboard option, which we have already seen. So let's scroll down and go to the important parts. The first one is character preview. When it's enabled, you can see the letter previews popping up on top, which is pretty handy. But if you don't want, you can disable it. You can also disable the haptic feedback or key press vibration and the keyboard sound effect if you don't like it. Now we have the autocorrection and capitalization features. By default, they will be enabled, but you already know how formal autocorrection is. So if it's enabled, then you'll have a hard time typing internet lingo. So if you also frequent words that are not in the dictionary, then it's best to keep autocorrection disabled. Now for the predictive text, this can be useful as it memorizes which words you use in sequence. But if you don't want words popping up randomly, then you can disable this and you'll have more screen space while typing. There's also a new feature which is show math results. You just type in your math problem and then type equals to, and then it will show the result, and you can also choose how you want to type it in. Then we have check spelling, which you can keep enabled, and what this will do is underline any typo or grammatical mistakes. There's also the enable caps lock toggle, and if this is disabled, you won't be able to lock all caps, so you'll have to capitalize every letters. So if you want to scream in caps lock, then keep this enabled. Then we have smart punctuation, which you'll probably never use, so you can just keep it enabled. And this option is the full stop shortcut, and when this is enabled, if you tap space twice, then it will be converted to a full stop. Now the most useful feature is the slide to type option, because when it's enabled, you can glide your finger across the letters and it will detect which word you're trying to type. This will take a little getting used to, but after you get a hold of it, typing with one hand will be very easy, so you can keep it enabled. And there's also an option called Delete Slide to Type by Word. When enabled, if you type something wrong, then you can press the delete button once and it will erase the whole word. Then we have Dictation, which is another useful feature. So in situations where you can't type using your keyboard, you can enable Dictation, then you can just tap on the mic button, then start speaking, and your iPhone will detect your voice, then convert them into text, and most of the time it's very accurate. You can also choose which languages you want it to detect. The last option is the sticker slider, and when this is enabled, you'll also have a sticker option in the emoji keyboard. It will also show the Genmojis that you have created. And this covers all the options and features that you can customize on your iPhone keyboard. Hope you found this useful, and stay tuned for more.